Hi, I'm Sue, and welcome to VL1, the first instructional video for No Notes. In this video, I will show some keyboard basics, including how the keyboard is laid out, what are musical steps, and we discuss musical time, and we'll build our first 3 chords. So when we look at the keyboard, we can see that there's black keys and white keys, and the black keys are grouped in 2s and 3s, 2s and 3s, 2s and 3s. And when I talk about direction, I'm talking about moving to the left. The sound is getting lower when I move to the right. The sound is getting higher. And that's not to be confused with volume. When we turn volume higher, it gets louder. And when we turn volume lower, it gets softer. In music, high and low does not mean volume. It does not mean loud and soft. It means pitch. So on a keyboard, whenever we go to the left, we're getting lower. And whenever we go to the right, we're getting higher. Now we name the keys with letters of the alphabet. So I'm going to start with the first white key before the set of 2 black keys, and we call that C. And they go in order. So this is D, this is E, F, G. And then the alphabet starts with A here. A, B, and then we're back to C. So the keyboard is really just a pattern that repeats over and over again. So there's really only 7 different keys of the white keys that you need to remember before the pattern starts over. This is C to B, C to B, C to B. And that pattern just repeats down the whole keyboard. So one exercise that I like to have people do initially is to find keys with the same name. So I'm going to take my C and I'm going to find other C's. So white key before the 2 black keys, C. White key before the 2 black keys, C. 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 And let's come down a little. C, 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 C. Let's do another. Let's go up to F. F is always the white key before the first black key of the set of 3. This is an F, F, F. Let's come down. F, 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 F. Let's do one more. Let's go up to G. So we've got C, D, E, F, G. G is always the white key between the first 2 black keys of the set of 3. G, 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 come down, G, G, G. When I talk about steps, I am talking about the distance between 2 keys. So when I play C and play the very next key, which is this black key, that's a half step. That's called a half step up because it's to the right. And then this key to D is another half step up. So we can say 2 halves make a whole. C to D is a whole step. So we can say D is a whole step up from C. Or we could say C is a whole step down from D. Let's do from D to this key, half step. From this key to E, another half step. So we can say D to E, 2 halves make a whole, is a whole step. E is a whole step up from D. Or we can say D is a whole step down from E. This is also true regardless of color. So between 2 black keys, this key to D is a half step up. D to this key, half step up. So this key to this key is a whole step up. Or this key from this key is a whole step down. Let's look at E to F. Now notice there's no black key between them. So E to F is already a half step. F is a half step up from E. E is a half step down from F. From F to this key is a half step. It's a half step up. Therefore, from E to this key is a whole step up. And from this key to E is a whole step down. Now this is important because as we build chords, the difference between a half step makes a huge difference in the way the chord sounds. So let's talk about time. When I talk about time, I am talking about the beat of the music, and that is the steady beat. That is what you would dance to, not to be confused with rhythm. Now, most worship music has beats that are grouped in either 3s or 4s. And we say a song is written in 3 or a song is written in 4. And that is referring to how the beats are grouped. So to help you understand, I'm going to play just a beat of a song that would be written in 3. So the emphasis is on the first beat of a group of 3, and the count is in 3. So this is what I mean. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. A song that was written in 4 would have beats grouped more like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to build our first chord. And this is going to be a C major triad. So we're going to start with C. And we call that the root because it's the foundation of the chord, like the root of a tree. And then we skip a key and we play the next one. So we're going to play E. We skip another key, so we're skipping F. We're going to play G. Now C is the root, and since E is the third key up, we call that the third. And since G is the fifth key up, we call that the fifth. That is a C major triad. Root, third, fifth. Let's do another. We're going to go up to F, so we're going to go C, D, E, F. And now we're going to build an F major triad. So F is our root. We're skipping G, play A, skipping B, play C. So we've got F as the root. We've got A as the third, 1, 2, 3. And we have C as the fifth key of the triad. That is an F major triad. We're going to do one more. We're going to start with G. G is the root. We're going to skip A, play B. B is the third. We're going to skip C, play D. D is the fifth. That is our G major triad. So we have 3 chords. We have C major triad, F major triad, and G major triad. And just as we found keys in different places in the keyboard, I'm going to also suggest that you try to find chords in different places of the keyboard. So here we have our C major triad, but since we know the keyboard is just a pattern that repeats, we can do the same thing here, and here, and down here. And we can find our F major triad in different places. Here's our F major triad, root, third, fifth. But we can also find it here, and here, and here. And let's play our G major triad. G's the root, B's the third, D's the fifth. And we can find it here, and here, So with those 3 chords, we can play quite a few worship songs, and we're going to get to a couple of those in the next video. So have a blessed day.